County Area Plan Commission to order to comply with Title VI Civil Rights Act of 1964, Decatur County. Request that participants in this meeting complete a voluntary anonymous survey that is available on the table in the back of the room. First item on our agenda is election of 2026 officers. I'll turn the meeting over to Missy.
So we're going to elect three positions tonight. One will be the president, the second will be the vice president, and the third will be the secretary. So I'll open up the floor for nominations for the position of president.
Only Brad Shooty. Second.
Are there any further nominations for the position of president? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Brad serving as president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll now open the nominations for the position of vice president.
I'll nominate Sheila Kirkhoff.
Are there any further nominations for the position of vice president? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Sheila serving as vice president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The final position is that of secretary. I'll open the nominations for the secretary.
Nominate Scott Craig. No, you did. I'm not a good note
Any
taker.
further nominations for the secretary position? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Scott serving as secretary?
Well, here's Tom.
We got a quorum already.
Yep.
All those in favor of Scott serving as secretary signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I did. I can't.
I'll take it.
Now, the next thing we have is the BZA, or the APC appoints a member to the BZA. So I'll open the nominations for the APC member that will serve on the BZA for the appointment of that individual.
I'll nominate Paul Stone before he beats me to the...
Are there any other nominations for that position? For a second?
I'll second it.
Hearing no further nominations, I'll close the nomination. All those in favor of Paul serving as the APC appointment to the BZA, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I think we're down to approval.
Okay. Everyone should have received their minutes for the December 3rd meeting. Pretty short meeting. Debbie got off easy on that one for a change. We have any additions or corrections to those? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Minutes are approved. Our first petition on the agenda, APC petition 2026-1, Trent Gauk is requesting to subdivide approximately 3.63 acres out of 38.72 acres and rezone approximately 2.99 acres from an A1 zoning classification to an A2 zoning classification to build a single-family detached dwelling. Request falls under Decatur County Ordinance Section number 915 and 920 sub 7. Property is owned by D&R Gauk Family Farms LLC and is located just north of 7989 East, County Road 50 North, Greensburg and Salt Creek Township. Trent, if you want to step up there and tell us about your project.
Well, I really just plan on building a Morton building with a living space in it for right now. And hopefully in the years coming, I can afford to put a house on it one day.
So you'll build a bridge for the waterway.
There's a culvert pipe
Culvert
in
pipe
there.
there,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Everything else looks to be in order.
Yep.
Any board members have any questions or concerns? Not any members of the public have any questions, comments, or concerns?
I'm a neighbor, is that it?
What, we need,
My name's Greg McCall. And we sat there and lived on the front side of that place, and he lived along 50 North. His adjoining property is the same as ours. We'll be sharing a fence in the very back of the lot. And it's about 138 feet, I think it's across there. Me and Sarah's been out there for 52 years. We absolutely get along fine out there with all of our neighbors. We have good neighbors. I'd like to sit there and support him is what I'm trying to do, make him good to the neighborhood. I know most of his family and everything. He doesn't seem like he's gonna be in any trouble or anything. And, I mean, we have some problems like every neighborhood does out there. But we'd like to throw our support behind him and let you guys know that there's no problem as far as me and Sarah are concerned. And that's it.
good to hear.
Yes. So it's the other way around.
Yeah. We appreciate that. Anyone else? Hearing no others?
I got one question.
Yes.
The only thing, I don't see a driveway permit. Is the driveway coming in on that strip that comes out to the road? Or is it coming off the existing driveway?
It's actually coming off the existing driveway.
Oh, where the arrow is?
Yes. So, kind of, if you can see kind of where it V's down there at the bottom, I'm going to go off the existing driveway.
Well, why don't you tell them what that survey's off a little bit, what they're showing?
Oh, yes, that survey is off. So instead of the left side, the easement's going to be on this far right side with the gravel driveway.
Oh.
And then we'll have an easement. Yeah, sorry, opposite side. Yes, yes, yes,
Then
yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I saw missing.
Yeah.
And if they're using the existing driveway.
Yeah.
Require anything from the county.
Yeah.
As long as it-
Anything else from the board? Hearing nothing, I'll look for a motion to vote.
Make a motion to vote on APC 2026-1.
I'll second it.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, sir.
The votes for APC petition number 2026-1R as follows: Sheila Kirkhoff, yes. Corbin Robertson, yes. Tom Hunter, yes. Paul Stone, yes. Scott Smith, yes. Brad Shudy, yes. Clay Hargate, yes. Tom Cherry, yes. And Ryan Kennedy, yes.
all right, petition passes. Make sure you keep in touch with the office as you start down this journey.
Sir, thank you.
Congratulations.
Next item is APC petition 2026-2. Matthew Eden is requesting to subdivide approximately 5 acres out of 26.512 acres and rezone approximately 2.99 acres from an A1 zoning classification to an A2 zoning classification to build a single-family detached dwelling. Request falls under Decatur County Ordinance Section Number 915 and 920 sub 7. property is owned by the petitioner and is located just south of 6775 South County Road 60 Southwest, Greensburg and Sand Creek Township. Come on up and tell us about your project.
Well, I'll make it pretty easy. Pretty much same thing he just said. Be coming off my parents' existing driveway and going back there to the back and building a barn dominium for now, and later down the road, as would be planned, building a house, but just see what tasks fall in the way or whatever. But that is the plan.
And in the same thing, you're gonna come off your dad's.
Yeah,
entrance. You're gonna run across that ridge with the new driveway. Is that
Yes.
ridge?
Oh, yes,
Ridge across
yes.
the top of the
Yes.
hillside up there. Yeah.
Following that one line of the square, more or less. It's a little down the hill, but
Yeah. Be a nice spot back here.
yeah, it was his original spot back there, Grandpa's, but he never got there. They say things happen for a reason, so we're gonna see what happens. But
Any board members have any questions?
Who's building the barn?
I'm not sure yet. Haven't looked. Need do a little bit more digging, but not sure yet.
Hearing nothing from the board, do we have any members of the public with any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Board members, does anyone have anything?
My only advice to shared drives, get something in writing some point. If that
Yes.
property, other property sells that, and maybe you'll share very, very little of distance, but seems like if we hear about problems, that shared drives is a common thing. So just get it squared up so there's no questions down the road.
All righty.
Yeah, an easement will go a long way.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It's just basically just right off the
The
road.
road.
Yeah,
I wondered that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
Anything else? Hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to vote on APC 2026-2.
I second.
Vote for APC petition number 2026-2 as follows. Cortland Robertson, yes. Tom Hunter, yes. Sheila Kirkhoff, yes. Paul Stone, yes. Brad Shute, yes. Scott Smith, yes. Ryan Kelly, yes. John Cherry, yes. And Clay Hargit, yes.
Yeah, your petition passes. Good luck on your journey and keep in touch with the office for permits and keeping everything in order.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you. That was the last item on our agenda.
Could I have
Yep.
1 second?
Yep,
One item.
yep.
When you have.
Yeah, you can go first, Doug, and then I'll see if the board's got anything.
Yeah, what I would like to do is kind of give you an update on a couple items. Number one is the Decatur County Revitalization Project, how we voted to change the ordinances to give the APC to power. We sent out I served 10 property owners. The next meeting in March will definitely have 5, at least 5, maybe a couple more. So I just wanted to update you on that. The second item is we're going through the comprehensive plan. Thanks for everybody that's participated. We've gone through the public sessions. but we still have the survey. So if you know of anybody that hasn't participated in a survey, I've got the QR code. If anybody wants to go and take their phone, take a picture of the QR code, take the survey, as much information we can get from the county, the better comprehensive plan we're going to have. So that's all I had.
And you're expecting those items on the agenda then? For our next meeting? Okay,
We'll have the petitions and then there'll be those items.
okay. Any board members have anything? Hearing nothing, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Meeting's adjourned.
Trent, welcome to the neighborhood.
The
Do
meeting.
you want me to
before.
start this, or?
Did that actually, two rivers came
Advise, yeah,
together?
yeah.
That was a strange map I saw.
All right, call the February 4th, 2026 Decatur County Board of Zoning Appeals meeting to order. We'll start out with election of the 2026 officers. I believe we'll hand this over to Missy to carry that out.
So tonight, we're going to elect three positions. The first will be president, the second will be vice president, the third will be secretary. We're going to start with the president. I'll open the nominations for the president position.
Nominate Paul Stone.
We need a second on that?
I second.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations. All those in favor of Paul serving as president, signify by saying aye.
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 Second position is that of vice president. I'll open the nominations for the vice president.
I nominate Scott Smith.
I second that.
Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Scott serving as vice president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the final position is that of secretary. I'll open the nominations for the position of secretary.
You can handle that, Joe. I nominate Joe.
I second.
Any further nominations for the secretary? All those in favor of Joe serving as secretary, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's easy. And I'll turn it back to the next.
Okay. First item on the agenda is approval of the last time we met, November 5, 2025 minutes. Those should have been mailed or emailed to the members. The new members probably wouldn't see those yet. If there are any additions, corrections, or omissions to that, please voice those now. Hearing none, I will look for a motion to approve those minutes as they were sent out.
I make a motion to approve the November 5th meeting minutes as presented.
A second?
Second.
Those are approved. The only petition on our agenda tonight. Yep. BZA petition 2026-1, Nate Dennis is requesting a variance to change the required setback from 70 feet to 26 feet to build an addition. The request falls under Decatur County Ordinance Section 945. The property is currently owned by Nathaniel Wesley Dennis and Megan Nicole Dennis and is located at 3024 South, County Road 300 East, Greensburg, and Marion Township. Mr. Dennis, if you don't mind, come up and tell us a little bit about the variance that you're looking to have approved.
So me and my wife are looking at wanting to put up a pole barn just for some extra parking and have some storage space and have a little bit of a porch put off of it for the evenings. With kind of how our property is set up, I don't know, it shows very well, but there's a large slope going from the house southward towards the pond that's in there. There's also the septic tank covering the middle of the yard over, and so for the size of what we were hoping to look and put in there, well, just about for any size, 70 feet takes you almost the full length of that drive to the house. So that's kind of what leads us to need to ask for a little bit of a setback there, change.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that, with that parcel, and it falls off quite steep to the south off of that drive.
One part for consideration, talking with the Junior Kemp is the one that we're looking at, help with the building of that. And talking about using for parking, we were hoping to put in two a double door as well as one larger overhead door. He said that was about 40 feet is what's needed just to fit there. So that was, at least from the side of the house, it needs at least that much we were hoping to have. But to get them the full size, that's kind of the drawing. That's showing how it fits in there with the septic and everything else.
Do we know what the dimension would be from the edge of the road to the end of the structure? Is that something that we could know that dimension? Sure.
It was close to 90, I think a little bit less when I measured it, but yeah, Beacon would give
What do you suspect? I'm sorry?
80 to 90 to the edge of the house, that west.
The edge of the proposed structure, so where the building, how far off the road, the edge of the road would the building be? If two vehicles were passing and needed the full width of the road, because that's what you're talking here, like, I'm gonna estimate 20 feet or something, does that sound about right?
20, I'm sorry, maybe I'm not understanding the question with the picture there. The edge from where I'm proposing it is 26 from center. No, I'm sorry, you're asking edge of the road.
Edge of the road, yeah.
Sorry.
If two vehicles were passing, what kind of
thank
distance would you have a semi or something like that coming down through there?
I got you.
Yeah. And what I'm asking is if two vehicles were meeting, what kind of distance would there be between the structure and the vehicle? I'm estimating, I'm guessing it's probably 15 feet or something in that neighborhood.
Yeah, from the edge of the road to the end of the building. How much yard is there?
Yeah. Gets quite close, you know, I mean.
How tall is the building gonna be, or at least how?
There's a question of if it's going to be the large overhead's going to be 14 or 16 foot, but it would be probably 16 then or 18 feet, depending on that.
And on that road, is there any telephone poles? I see the electric comes in from the other side.
Yeah, it's on the left side of the road.
Okay. It's, okay.
West side of the
On
road.
opposite side of the road, okay.
I believe there's some.
If it slopes there, is there a ditch along the road where water might erode at all or cause any issues with the building being closer to the road?
The ditch is, if you have the beacon pulled up. There you go, sorry, give me the pointer. So while she's measuring, there is a ditch right there. It's maybe half the distance between that kind of turnaround backup spot. There's that ditch there.
Okay. Is that ditch very deep? I mean, or the road built up?
It is probably, I mean, if I'm standing in it, it's probably up to like here somewhere. It's a decently down deep ditch. Significant. Yeah, if you had anything that needed to run off road, like I wouldn't want to even pull my truck off probably unless I absolutely had to.
Yeah. That's 15, basically 16. My best estimate was 8 to 18 or so. I personally, this is my opinion, I'd like to see 20 feet from the edge of the road to the end of the structure. The center of the road to me doesn't mean quite as much because you're gonna, there will be times where two vehicles pass, so there will be vehicles driving on the edge of that road, and that's kind of the critical dimension. Now, the one thing that gives me some comfort in this is you would be traveling northbound on that along the right edge of that road, And I think because of the change in elevation, I don't think you would be near as likely to run into the building, so the elevation change provides some safety barrier there, I guess, but, I personally would like to see about 20 feet off of there. If it's that tall of a structure, that would be, quite a height in my opinion. Look for comments from the board on this.
How tall did you say that it was gonna be 16s to the eave or 16 to the?
It'll be 14 or 16 to the roof line.
To the roof.
It depends on what the door size we end up going with, either 14 or 16.
Okay.
So if, oh, good. So if the peak is another, I'm not an engineer, but if the peak is another 10 or 15 feet, divide that by 2 to 20 foot would allow at least a 45-degree angle on a ladder or something that could be put up against it, yeah.
One of the things we try and maintain is the height of the structure compared to the distance off of the, if you're gonna put at some point, you'll need to set a ladder against there to paint or to do some building maintenance, stuff like that, that there is at least a safe distance to set a ladder up and things like that, to maintain structures and such. So that's traditionally been something we've used as some kind of a guiding light, that the height of the structure be that, at least that distance off of a line to.
I guess the question is there an option for you to have it narrower so we can get that little better distance off of the road? Is there an option in your proposal?
To shorten the east-west width of it, I think that's an option. Talking with them, they like to keep it with 8-foot segments. But I think talking with my wife a little bit beforehand, there's a little bit of wiggle room if 20 is what's needed from the center of the road instead of 15. I'm sorry?
I was agreeing with his idea because that's just a little smidge close.
I think there's ways you can make it work. So it's not mapped out outside of the 40 feet needed. I think the 40 feet, if you move it in 5 more from what was proposed, still gets enough to hit those garage doors facing north there. So I think that would be doable. Or we have the option of we could shorten the other side of it on the porch or something like that.
Missy, I'd look for some input from you on this. I certainly understand the center of the the center of the road is technically the property line. Is that correct? That's generally what we measure from is the center of the road or the property line, because the county doesn't own the road. I mean, technically the property goes to the center. Is that correct, or?
Yeah, our ordinances on their setbacks, county roads is from the center of the road, state highways are from the edge of the road.
Okay.
So that's just how it goes.
What does the county mean? Because you have to stay outside of whatever the county has determined is their right.
Right of way. It's a
Which is off of the edge of the road, is my, well, I mean, that's however it's written. Because that has to be there for the addition of utilities or
sure.
road expansion.
Sure.
That would, to me, that would be the biggest concern, is to putting into the county right of way.
Right. Is that something that is, how hard would that be to access what the county highways right of way dimension is? It's 14 feet, okay. And is that from the edge or the center, Doug?
That's true. So it's 7 feet on each side of the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no right of way almost at all outside of the edge of the road then, is that right? I mean, if it's 14 feet and it's from the center of 14 feet total, and the center of the road is there's, I mean, That would be the width of the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would almost think there would be some right of way on the, after the edge of the asphalt. I would almost think it'd be 14 feet from the center as opposed to 7 from the center. Certainly wouldn't want to encroach that.
Let me send a text real
Okay.
quick.
Is there any fiber optics?
Have you done a utility
It's,
located this
it's,
point?
yeah, so the electric coming in, is from that east side. Fiber optics is actually gonna come in that same way. They're actually just putting it in, well, whenever they get around to something that thaws out the ground here. It's been a little too frozen for it.
But is there any existing that you know of on, what is that, 300 East?
Yes, there is. So like I said, they're putting ours in as soon as it's ready, but I think a couple houses I've seen signs up and down the road.
Yeah, I think what you're asking, are there any utilities in, along the
Yeah.
east side of 300 there?
No, there
No,
is.
there are none.
No rural water or anything like that?
Mm-mm. That all comes the other side of the road.
Okay.
We looked into rural water and they said, oh, well, then we also have to pay to come from the far side, so.
Thank
While you were measuring from Beacon, would you mind pulling it with 20 from the edge of the road to see where that sits and how far to the house that is?
Something to keep in mind too, I'm sure that there is a,
Okay.
the angle that this is taken from, oftentimes the overhang of the roof can be kind of skewed also from from the actual structure, so
Mhm.
it looks like it's somewhat square from the top, but
Could you measure how far it is from that 20 foot to at least the roof line even though? I think there's plenty of room still. I think that's more like 60. So there's plenty of room to fit with 20 off the edge of the road for what we need.
So I talked to Tim, and it's 20-foot right away. Each person has a 20-foot right away from the center of the road.
from the center, that makes sense,
That makes
okay. Okay.
I think you're safer going over a little bit.
So, it appears that, yeah, wherever that comes out to be, I think just from the current width of the road, I don't see that road widening a lot. I don't imagine that that's gonna be a real factor, but I feel like there needs to be 20 feet. If someone were to come off of the road or something, it would seem like 20 feet would be a good distance before you would run into a building or something like that. And I'll be honest, that's probably tighter than about any structure you're gonna find that's not in an unincorporated or incorporated town throughout the county. I mean, that's quite generous, I think, from a dimension standpoint, but.
No, that'd do what we need.
Okay.
We can make adjustments.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, so.
That should be my time.
Yeah, I think that's right, yep, so, yeah, if you were to pull up near the edge of the road, you would have 20 feet, off to look around, I think that's.
Is that how that'd be written up, 20 feet edge of road? Or would they just, is there a standard width for a center line for these roads?
Yeah, that's something we'd probably get some input on if we could get real good dimensions on what about that is, the width of the road is, but that's my concern, is how far off the edge of the road, so we can define it off the center of the road as long as we can come up with the approximate width. But another thing to keep in mind too is, as you're coming, that road is obviously a 90, that road generally goes north and south, but there would want to be, you want some decent vision as you're coming around that corner to turn and go south, that you don't want to fight a building blocking someone coming up this hill right here. I wouldn't want to go any less than 20 feet off the edge of that road.
Doug, what was the 20-foot easement you said?
So
That's the county's right away?
so the total right of way of the road is 40 feet. So it's
Okay.
20 feet from the center. So according to the tax records, if you're along the, people that live along the road, you're granted 20 feet right of way from the center of the road. Or the county's granted 20 feet right of way from the center of the road.
Gotcha. Can you ask Tim what the general width, what the county, like, a county road like 300 East? I'm assuming that as they pave and do things, that they try and maintain an 18-foot road or a something like that, as road maintenance would occur when they're adding stone or working on the periphery of the road, what that width would be. That should define for us, in my opinion, what that would look like from the center then.
That was going to be my next question, if it was edge of road, because they just went through and repaved a lot of that and added 2 feet of stone then on the edge as well. So, okay, is stone edge of road or is road, which one? So,
To me,
but if we can just do center of road, that'd make it a lot easier.
Sure, asphalt would be the road to me, but I would agree. Center of the road would certainly be the.
So not arguing the questions about visibility. I did check heading north on it from that edge where we wanted to put the barn. If you were driving completely past, so you have full visibility, there's about 5 seconds before you hit the turn. If you're going normal speed, hitting that kind of a turn. But there is a general issue with visibility coming from the east into the west, because that actually dips down and then goes up and goes way downhill. So you have no visibility anyways from the hill.
Okay.
So there's already some issues there. But again, not arguing anything, 20, what you've recommended, I think would be perfect.
Okay.
Typical width of the county is 7 feet.
Okay. So if we figured 18, that would be 9 plus 20, 29 feet from the center of the road. Is that? There you go.
I
Good.
think that'd be awesome.
Okay. Does anyone have any additional opinions if we would set 29 feet from the center? Input on that, Doug? Your thoughts on that? Is that? Original request was for 26. You're okay with the 29? That's.
We can figure that out.
All right, I'll look for a motion to vote on BZA petition 2026-1, altering the request was originally 26 feet, amending that to 29. I'll look for a motion.
I submit a motion to vote on BZA 26-1 with amendment as stated.
I second that.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Your variance request passes. Just ask to stay in contact with Doug and folks in the office there as you're looking for a building permit. But thank you for following the process.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doug, any office discussion or anything?
Nothing, other than what I spoke about with the comprehensive plan. You know, anybody that wants some input, go to the survey, fill out the survey. The more we hear from the public, the better the comprehensive plan.
Just curious on that, where are we at in that stage with the comprehensive plan and what's kind of
So we're technically in stage 3. So we had the public sessions. We've had the focus groups. They were the focus groups were well attended. The first public session was well attended. The second one was like 7 or 8 people. That was at that. But that's the key to the survey is if you weren't, basically the questions that were at the public session are on the survey. So we'll have another steering committee this week, and then basically gather the data, what we have so far, and the steering committee
till November?
yeah, and then there will be another public meeting running into April. That's when all the data's been collected from the surveys, and kind of put into like a generic comprehensive plan for the public to take a look at.
There's no other discussion. I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Second.
Oh, I second, sorry.
We are adjourned.
Everybody thought you were seconding, I guess.